You know me, I've never met a few words.
Oi.
Well, I can barely see everybody who's got the backlighting, but I know you're
Well,
there.
let's have everybody come in a little bit more.
Everybody
come on in here.
Anyway, thank you everybody for being here, all of you. And I'm really grateful to those of you that have had to travel, you know, to get here as well, including Vitolo, who just showed a total surprise. Didn't expect to see you here. Great last minute surprise. And you know, my family, Dakota's come down, and Jose and Lexi, and I'm just so thrilled that you all made the trip. And I won't say my oldest friend, because I got corrected. The friend I've known the longest is here, Jim Farron, because I was 10 years old, flown up from San Diego. And that's really significant. And Mark and Carolyn have come down. Thank you so much for coming down. I'm glad you're here. I think that's my out-of-town family. And I just, I love you all. I really appreciate you all. And as you all know, I've had a lot of financial problems. But as I sit here, I remember something that my father said, and is that, you know, this is my true wealth. So not all of you, thank you. You mean a lot to me. That's why you're here. I invited you. A lot of gratitude. And I want to thank, of course, Dakota for making this beautiful cake. And for Judd and Diane for pulling this together. Judd remodeling his whole house so we could have a party today. Right after the last 2 hours. You know, for all the work and all the trouble and thoughtfulness. Thank you, sweetheart. And thank you, Judd. I really, really, really appreciate it. And this cake is going to be as delicious as it looks. And I know who made it. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming down.
Happy 70th.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I tell y'all what sex is like at 70, but I can't remember.
It's true.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we can light it now.
You push the red button on the back.
No,
On the back.
It's like that.
God, what is Judd?
Oh my
Jesus.
God.
Oh, wow.
Holy cow.
Oh, no, that's not gonna
Is
work.
there like a regular lighter? Jose?
I don't know Rick is wrong here.
Shoot up in the naked.
Tip of the flame will do it.
Turn it
Thank
down.
you. Thank you,
Just
Ben.
like one candle.
Just a regular lighter.
You were supposed to light the candles, not burn the flowers.
Not burn the cake
Especially
down.
after we had to ran around all over Sabrante finding flowers.
Well, I want to,
When your thumb gets hot, let me know. We can use the flame.
I think it's also time for maybe your friends and family to say some things to you.
Yes.
All right.
So I just want to say, you know, you're my brother in love. You know that. And I feel so much gratitude for all of that we've gone through and been through together, and mostly your heart and your generosity when I think about you, and all the ways that you're there for your friends, and with so much heart, no matter what's going on with you. So I just want to say I love you.
I'll add into that. You know, we could talk about your good looks and your vitality and all that, but I just want to piggyback on Roz. I think what stands out amongst many things, you're an artist, so many things we know about you. Your generosity, Richard, is something that's really beautiful and extraordinary and unique to you. And I hope that you can be as generous to yourself as you are to others.
Yeah. Good. Good point. Well, I'd like to thank you again for always being there for us. Just dropping everything you're doing when Mark had his stroke, and leading the way so I wouldn't get too lost going down to Palo Alto. Your generosity is beautiful, as well as your big heart, everything that these two lovely people have said, and we love you lots, and thanks for this great party.
Well, I want to say that you came into my life, for those who don't know our story, you came into my life when I was about 9, and I was bratty and horrible. And you still loved me. Yes.
Yeah.
You still loved me, and by 13 you still loved me and adopted me, and didn't marry my mom even, but you adopted me. You're like, I'm her dad, regardless of anything. And boy, at 13, I look at my daughter like, wow, he was crazy. And yeah, just stuck by our side, and so grateful for all of your support and love and energy and advice, and not a better nurse to be found in all of Northern California. When I still get sick, I'm like, where's my dad? And we just love you, and your grandchildren love you, and I know it's okay. It can melt, and we already took pictures. It's all good. And we love you. We're really glad to be here with you.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Pause my video here.
Maybe you should have somebody else.
Your other kid.
Yeah, you trust me in video? Maybe give it to Jose.
There you go. Point shoot. It's on it's all zoomed out. You can shoot at him. And, anyway. Yeah, so it's a testament to your fatherhood, and I feel very lucky to be your blood child, but you've had so many other children in your life, and you are a father figure to everybody you come in contact with, and it's so beautiful to see your love and your compassion and your caring and your wisdom, and it's something that has driven me a lot in my life. It's very strong and very powerful, and we're both aging, and we are, and I'm always looking at that and going, what would it be like to not be with you, not to bring it down, but just what is that like, and what's that going to be like? And it's a measure of like being my own man, and how you brought me into my manhood, and been there for me in so many ways, and so I'm always kind of looking at that now, and going, when you're wherever you need to be in another place, how is that going to be for me to be able to take your wisdom and carry it on and share it? And I hope that in other ways I've been able to do that. And 70 is a mile marker. And so, anyways, I'm just sending my heart, my love to you, and my appreciation. And it's been an amazing journey being your friend and being your son. Thank you.
Judd, at least you'll know what you'll look like.
I know,
I hope you get my hair.
It's getting there. It's getting there. I'm working on it.
Not so bad.
Richard, I'm so glad that you decided to have this party, because there was a point where you didn't think, you were like, oh, why don't we just go away? Why, we don't really need to celebrate something. And I said, you know what? You've had a quite difficult few years, and it's time to celebrate something. And 70 is such an important year. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't live this long, and you've lived 70 years of pride and love. And I've always told you, I'm always so impressed by how you love your friends and care about your friends and care about your family, and how you, your relationship with your mom. I love when she calls you and it's like you're 3 years old again when your mom calls you. And I love your relationship. The first time I met your mom, it was at a funeral, and she said, come meet my baby, to all her friends, and it was just so sweet. And you turned into this young boy, and I thought this is a guy that I've got to be with. He has so much respect for this woman and so much respect for women, and I love your relationship with Roz and Andre, and how you accumulate friends who are so conscious, and you know, and that was one of the things I was also really attracted to, and of course attracted to your heart, because nobody loves like you do. I've never met anybody that loves as much as you do. You
Amen.
give your all when you love, and I've never been loved like this by anybody. So I love you so much, and thank you so much for having this party and having your friends here and your family, and agreeing to do this, because I really needed you to see that you are surrounded by so much love, and you are so special. You are one of the most special people that I know. And my parents, when I told them about you, they didn't even, when they met you, they totally got it. Because when I told them about you and your age, and they were like, oh, okay. But then when they met you, within seconds, they understood why I was so much in love with you. They totally got it. And I am so proud to be your wife, and I'm so proud to be your friend. And you owe me another 30 years, buddy. So happy birthday.
At least.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful.
Well, you've earned the next 30 years. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Diane. She's pulled me through some really hard times. Really and truly, I didn't think I'd be alive if it wasn't for Diane. She really taken me through a lot of hard illness and emotional stuff that I don't know if I could have pulled out of it.
Well,
You're my rock.
Well, you are worth it. I would not be here if you weren't. I told you that you are worth every second of it. So, happy birthday.
I hope I can live up to that.
Well, your candles don't no longer
we
say
still got
happy
2 that are
birthday.
still burning. All the others.
The 70
You're
is
about
really
to be
what
7.
counts.
You're about to be
Oh
7.
my God. Don't have that. Blow up.
7 is not so bad.
So it's true that
there
they
it
go
is.
back to childhood.
Right,
Seven
it is
is
true.
Going back
Yes,
to 7
right.
now, right?
I think the beautiful thing about turning 70 is there's so much that people can say about you that you don't have to blow out your own candles.
So on the note that those candles will go out by themselves without any effort on your part.
This will be great.
I've known Richard as long as anybody needs to know him.
About 15 minutes.
I was invited to sing at the Mendocino Music Festival this year, which is a 30-year festival. And Diane and I had the privilege of working near each other, not directly together, and at Spirit Rock Meditation Center. And she said, "Oh well, if you're coming over to Mendocino, why don't you stay with us? You know, don't worry about the housing, you know, that they're providing and all this." And I thought, and she said, "Richard and I would love to have you." And I thought, well, you know, I met Richard once for about 12 seconds, and I thought, well, thanks. Yeah, I'll come. Great. And so I stayed with them in July for a couple of weeks while I was a guest at this music festival. And when I say that I've known Richard as long as anybody needs to, a couple of weeks is plenty. And I may be his newest friend, but I'm his most devoted friend.
Wow.
And I can't imagine, from what I knew of Diane working together at Spirit Rock, that anybody that she would settle down with would deserve any less than at least a 10-day evaluation. So I don't want to take up a lot of time, but I love you, Diane. I love you, Richard. And I look forward to the next 100 years. Thank you for inviting.
Could we have you guys sing happy birthday again? Because that was
Yes.
really amazing.
Oh,
I'm having trouble breathing.
We'll give you 5 seconds.
We could all sing it
We can
together.
all sing it. Yeah.
But you're one of the most beautiful people, two of the most beautiful people I've ever met. And thank you for that.
Thank you.
You have excellent taste.
I've made a lot of bad decisions. Making a living as a classical musician is one of them. This is not.
Wow.
Well put.
Who wants to pick a key?
Yeah, I just want to ask you one more
If I
thing
pick it, nobody
also.
will follow.
So I met you through Andrea, but 8 to 10 years ago, I'm not sure. And I remember from the first time we met, you just totally opened up your heart to me, which made it so easy to open my heart to you too. And you are incredibly generous in
A little
spirit.
louder, Shirley.
Generous in spirit and in doing, and your heart is really boundless. It's amazing, and it's something I really love and appreciate about you. So thank you. And then you brought Diane into our life as well. This has been like this double blessings. So thank you again.
Thank you, Shirley.
Thank you, my son.
Takes one to know one.
Richard. Okay, I'm not quite sure what to say, but thank you. You know, your friendship's been very constant. Is Ted here? Can you see me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to close down the f-stops a little bit here.
yeah, do that.
The backlighting there, yeah.
Anyway, it's a pleasure having you in my life. You know, I have male friends in my life, but it's hard to find a good male friend who actually talks and connects and is real. And you know, I can see the blessing you've probably been to the children in your life too, because people need that in their lives, and so I value that in you, and your love, and I can just see something in you now, you know, that care, that tenderness. It's really sweet, and there's obviously something that's kept us connected and drawn together. We've been through our parallel struggles in life, and I've seen my way through, and you seem to be, you know, there or just about. Anyway, pleasure having you in my life.
That's brother. Let's see more.
Can you
What's the last one?
Richard, the first birthday I celebrated
okay.
with you was your sister's birthday 10 years ago. And a lot of things have happened since. And I know that I've never been really communicative, but you've really played an important role in my life, and you've been very inspiring to me. And my own father is a great father, but he's far away. And it was really nice to have you as a father figure for all these years. And I'm very grateful to you for who you are and the relationship with Diane. And you guys have been so inspiring in so many ways. And sometimes you don't always need to use words, you know. But the love is here and the inspiration is here, and I'm very grateful to you and to both of you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marie. Especially from you. Really appreciate that. I just say that because Marie doesn't often express herself out loud.
Especially in public.
I know that's a big
Yeah.
thing for you. Thank you so
Big
much.
thing.
It really means so
Big thing.
much.
I just want to say that
It's okay, just let it go.
I'm not a very good public speaker, but I just want to say that I'm really grateful to have you in my life. You've always been there for me, and I've always I've known you like my entire life, and you just I don't know. We've always I feel like we've always had a really good connection, and you always really what's the word? You always have interests and my interests. So when I want to do a project, you always oh, come over and we can do this. And just the other day, you came by and you're oh, you should come over and you and Diane can go paint. And it's just really nice to have someone like that in my life. I just wanted to say thank you.
Glad to have you in my life too.
I'll say one brief thing, because I'll say some more when you open your presents. But it occurred to me that not only am I the friend you've known the longest, but I am also probably your oldest friend. So that's just what it is. and
Actually, not true. I'm friends.
and you know what? And I'm glad to be here to be able to say both. So it's fun to get together with you and talk about the things that we remember, the things we don't remember, and the things that never happened that we think we remember. So it's all,
We're the best.
yeah, it all comes together to make some great stories, and I enjoy all of them. So I always have. But what I appreciate about you the most is that we've gone through over 60 years.
It's amazing. 60 years.
60 years. There's times when you are together, and there's times when you are apart. And the times when we come back together, it's like no time passed between the times that we were apart. It never has been like that. At least for me, I think you experienced the same thing.
It's true.
And the times when I've needed you the most, you were always there. You were always there. And you were always there unconditionally. That's the rare thing in a friend. You are a rare, rare friend to me, and in a lot of ways, not just in time, not just in closeness and intensity, but you are also the most. You are. Your friends have said this, and it's so true, and I know it because I've known you from when you were 10 years old. You are the most compassionate, caring, connecting human being I've ever met. And it's true. You know that. All right. There's times when we didn't get along so good. All right. There were times when we had our little ups and downs, but they all went away. With the next,
You have to remind me.
well, if you don't remember, then so much the better. Okay. So, but anyway, I just wanted to say that when we open presents, I have there's another comment I want to make to you about something that you said to me, but that'll happen. I just want you to know what I just told you, all right? And that I would not have missed being here. I don't care if I was in San Diego or Fort Lauderdale or Paris. Well, if I was in Paris, maybe not. But but I wouldn't have missed this for the world.
Thanks for making it true.
Yeah, I love you.
Love you too, Jim. Wow.
One more. I just wanted to say, I feel like there are moments where we've been more connected and moments where we've been less, but I always feel sort of, I don't know, I think particularly when I'm really thinking about lessons that I've learned in my life about how to be compassionate and how to be open with people and how to be generous and how to be caring. I think about our relationship a lot about the Buddhism that you've taught me, a lot about the way you relate to our family and your friends. I just want to say thank you. It's not, they're not my other male figures in my life have their own virtues, but I think there's something that sort of being a queer person, I feel like is something that transcends gender in the way that you present yourself to me. And even though and that I think sort of is a really radical way of being a man in our society, and I really love and appreciate that about you and our relationship.
Oh, thank you, really, times. So glad you made it. Best gift. Thank you. Wow. Surprise.
Don't cry, cut the cake.
Before I cut the cheese, right?
Even though I refused the kisses from you, I just want you to know I still love you, man.
Oh.
When you and Leoma singled me out at another friend's party, and when we first met, and you both identified me as a brother, I thought it was a little over the top. But in fact, it was just good vision. And I'm so incredibly grateful that you spotted me in the crowd. I'll be forever grateful for our friendship. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother, too. So you know brother when you see one. Right, Paul? Andre, wherever you are, behind the light there somewhere. Yeah. Silhouette. Yeah, I got a brother over here. This is one person in the room that's known me longer than anybody. He's known me since I was born.
That's true. That's a fact, yeah. Couldn't ask for a better brother, I'll tell you. We've always been very, very close, and we remained that way, and I'm so grateful for your presence in my life, and that we're neighbors. It's fantastic. So, endless gratitude for you, brother. Yeah, you know that.
I know that. Ditto. A lot of what I am and who I am has to do with you as well.
Can't believe the guy's 70, he made it.
Can't believe I made it either. Uphill road here. I'm here. It feels so good to be here with you. There's so much love here. I'm overwhelmed. Thank you, Diane. I believe I wasn't going to do this.
Phil started out.
Okay, I'm gonna be a knife, brother.
Oh, well, let's sing happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Richard. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.